war for the Iron Throne has begun, and across Westeros, every family is preparing for the battles ahead. While kings gather armies and nobles make dangerous alliances, others are simply trying to survive in a world growing darker with every passing day. Far from the capital, Arya Stark travels in disguise. Gone are the fine clothes and privileges of a noble daughter. Now she must hide her true identity, pretending to be an ordinary boy among a group of recruits heading north. Every mile of the journey is dangerous. Soldiers patrol the roads, searching for enemies and anyone connected to the Stark family. Arya quickly learns that staying unnoticed may be the only thing keeping her alive. As the travelers move through the countryside, rumors of war spread everywhere. Villages whisper about battles, burned castles, and rival kings declaring their claims to the throne. Arya listens carefully. The world she once knew is disappearing, replaced by fear and uncertainty. Meanwhile, in King's Landing, Tyrion Lannister arrives to take control of the government. Officially, the city belongs to King Joffrey. In reality, power is divided among ambitious nobles, each plotting their next move. Tyrion understands that enemies can be found behind every smile and every polite greeting. Rather than openly accusing anyone, Tyrion begins a clever game. He quietly studies the members of the small council, testing their loyalty and searching for weaknesses. Every conversation becomes a puzzle. Every secret could become a weapon. Unlike many nobles, Tyrion recognizes the danger facing the kingdom. Armies are gathering across Westeros, and the capital is vulnerable. If the city is not prepared, it may fall when war finally reaches its gates. Joffrey, however, remains more interested in displays of power than wise leadership. His cruelty creates fear throughout the city, and many people quietly question whether he deserves the crown at all. Tyrion sees the consequences clearly. A ruler who inspires hatred creates enemies faster than allies. Across the sea, Daenerys Targaryen faces a very different challenge. She possesses 3 dragons, first seen in the world for generations, but dragons alone cannot feed hungry people. Her followers wander through the endless red waste, a harsh desert where water is scarce and survival becomes increasingly difficult. The blazing sun punishes everyone equally. Food supplies shrink. Morale weakens. Some begin to doubt whether they will ever find safety. Yet Daenerys refuses to surrender. She continues leading her people forward, convinced that somewhere beyond the horizon lies hope. Each day becomes a test of leadership. A queen must do more than command armies. She must inspire others when all seems lost. Daenerys learns this lesson as she struggles to keep her followers united against despair. Far to the west, Theon Greyjoy returns home after years away. Raised among the Starks, he now hopes to reconnect with his true family in the Iron Islands. Yet returning home proves more complicated than expected. The culture of the Iron Islands values strength, independence, and conquest. Many Islanders view Theon as an outsider despite his bloodline. Years spent away have changed him, and he soon discovers that family ties alone are not enough to earn respect. When Theon meets his father, Balon Greyjoy, the reunion is cold and disappointing. Balon has little interest in sentiment. His focus remains fixed on ambition and war. He dreams of expanding his power and reclaiming the glory of the Ironborn. For Theon, this creates an impossible dilemma. He feels loyalty toward the Starks, who raised him, yet he also longs for acceptance from his own family. The choices he makes in the coming days will shape his future forever. Beyond the Wall, another story unfolds. Jon Snow and the Night's Watch continue their expedition into the frozen wilderness. The mission is dangerous, but the commanders believe they must understand the growing threats in the far north. The vast landscape feels ancient and mysterious. Snow-covered forests stretch endlessly into the distance. Strange stories circulate among the Brothers of the Watch, stories about creatures long believed extinct and dangers forgotten by the kingdoms to the south. The expedition eventually reaches the home of Craster, a wildling who lives beyond the protection of the Wall. Craster provides shelter, but his behavior raises troubling questions. His isolated lifestyle and unusual customs make many visitors uncomfortable. Jon notices signs that something is wrong. Certain details about Craster's family and household seem disturbing, yet survival beyond the wall often forces people into harsh realities, and not every mystery has an easy answer. As night falls, tensions increase. The brothers of the Night's Watch realize that the wilderness holds secrets far more frightening than ordinary enemies. The cold itself feels alive, hiding dangers within the darkness. Back in King's Landing, political maneuvering continues. Tyrion understands that information is often more valuable than swords. By gathering secrets and exposing lies, he begins building influence within the royal court. Every noble believes they are the smartest person in the room. Tyrion uses that confidence against them. While others boast about power, he quietly studies their weaknesses. It is a strategy that could save the city or place him directly in the path of deadly enemies. Across all these storylines, one theme connects every character: uncertainty. Arya hides her identity. Tyrion navigates political traps. Daenerys searches for survival. Jon struggles with divided loyalties. Jon confronts mysteries beyond civilization. None of them know what the future holds. The wars spreading across Westeros will soon reshape kingdoms. Alliances will be tested. Friendships will break. New leaders will rise while others fall. For now, however, each character stands at a crossroads, facing choices that will define who they become. And as darkness gathers beyond the wall, across the deserts of the East and within the halls of power itself, one truth becomes impossible to ignore.